Celebratory gunfire. And a festival mood in pockets of Libya as the news finally snapped on Colonel Muammar Gaddafi's 42-year hold on the country, a hold that eventually came to an end in a final showdown between the Transitional Council forces and Colonel Gaddafi's last standing supporters. The National Transitional Council announced that Colonel Muammar Gaddafi had been captured and killed by forces allied to the new regime in a final assault on the last pocket of resistance, his hometown in Sirte. Reports say that he died of gun wounds from a battle that had ensued during his capture. Earlier reports indicated that he had been hit in both legs and head. This latest news coming shortly after the National Transitional Council had seized his hometown of Sirte after weeks of heavy fighting. Gruesome images of a blood-stained Gaddafi were shown on television as celebrations broke out in Benghazi and Tripoli. Libyans pouring to the streets to celebrate what they termed as the end of a tyranny and years of despondency.
Let us recognize immediately that this is only the end of the beginning. The road ahead for Libya and its people will be difficult and full of challenges.
In the early hours of Thursday morning, at least 5 cars carrying loyalist fighters had attempted to escape the city, but most were rounded up and killed by revolutionaries before the Libyan rebels moved into the last remaining pockets of resistance in Sirte. A bunch of pro-Gaddafi fighters have for months been holding out against rebel troops in a bloody battle that has left dozens dead on both sides and major damage to the country and this city, Sirte, that is Gaddafi's birthplace. A city that has become intertwined with the immediate and past political future of Libya after the National Transitional Government had announced that they would not name a full interim government until the fall of Sirte. It is the culmination of an 8-month-long uprising, one that has now seen the end of Colonel Gaddafi's iron grip on power and the end of a 42-year reign at the helm of the oil-rich country. In his 4 decades as Libya's so-called brother leader, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi has gone from being the epitome of a revolutionary to an eccentric statesman with entirely benign relations with the West. Leader of the National Transitional Council, Mustafa Jalil, is expected to take charge of the country until an interim government is named. Sheila Sindeo, Citizen Live at 9.